In the beginning, there was nothing. It was just darkness. In the beginning, there was nothing. It was just silence. In the beginning, there was nothing. It was just darkness. Until out of darkness came light. And it was good. From the silence came the sound, and it was good. And out of nowhere, there was the beginning of an infinite without end. And it was good. And from good came evil, so that there was balance. For without the shadows, there would be no light, and it was good. And so the universe was born. And thanks to that sovereign creator of everything, life was born. And with life, the story begins. And with just a breath of light, in the midst of vast darkness, a new universe, a new reality will be just born. Hey, how's it going? Just here to remind you to click the like button, subscribe here to the channel so you don't miss any videos, and stay well inside our entire universe of Dragon Ball. Let's go back to the point. And Goku, after losing everything he thought he could save, caused everything to be lost, and after ages, it made everything appear again. And now he was the sovereign of all. Or at least he thought he would be. In a newly created universe that did not even have a name, the supreme gods of the cosmos awakened. The eternal entities that exist and will always exist awakened from their longest slumber. Eternity, time, infinity, death, judgment, creation, reality, chaos, space. They all arise together with Zeno and his father, Hajimari Toawari, the beginning and end. These entities reappear in any universe that would just be born because they are infinite. Beyond our Goku, believed to be the only existing entity of this universe. And so everything begins, an infinite cycle where he will become a sovereign entity. And in that way, he decided to create something else. In the midst of the empty space, everything restarts and life begins again. Several planets and several species, several people appear, and then the most awaited planet, Earth, appears. Goku feels instant relief. But at this moment, it was not yet time to return. Meanwhile, the old gods begin to resurface. After the natural order of all creation had been changed, much time passed, and after the pillars of creation were rebuilt, Goku continues wandering through the vastness when suddenly the ancient gods appear in front of him. Time and creation and reality. At this moment, a dialogue begins. Time tells. You changed the time, and reality continues. You have altered reality and complete creation. You wanted to become the creator, and so we decided to punish you. And Goku says, where did you come from? After all, I deleted everything, and you could not exist. And so time tells. In another reality, we were sealed, but we are eternal and will always rise again, for we always exist. When you rebuild the universe, you set us free. You rebuild everything but the seal. You didn't know we existed, and there are many more. And that was your mistake. Reality then says, and now you will be punished. The three ancient gods then raise their hands, and then at the same time, their eyes start to glow. And so they say, you came from dust, and to dust you will return, and then you will rise again, and everything will be rewritten. At this moment, Goku Beyonder looks at his hand and sees them dissolve into dust. Time then says, we can't take away their powers, but we'll put them to sleep. And you won't be a threat to us for now because we are sovereign. But one day, we will have to stop it. Time then tells. History regressed. Reality says. Memories of whom were erased. So you don't remember the reality you built. Creation says. And I will recreate it. For you to be reborn and one day see that we are above all. Goku Beyonder begins to crumble, becoming a dust of energy that travels through time and its glow fades. And at this very moment he is reborn. In the midst of a universe on a distant planet, a cry is heard. Kakarot was born. Kakarot is born on a planet called Planet Vegeta, the world of Saiyans, who is attacked by an evil monster called Frieza, the Emperor of the Universe. Kakarot, inside a space capsule, would be sent to a small blue planet called Earth, plus his father Bardock and his mother Gimme. They bid farewell to their little boy and send him ashore. The planet Vegeta and is destroyed and becomes cosmic dusts. In Kakarot land, he's given the name of Goku. Gohan's grandson, Goku made many friends and lived many adventures. Some enemies became friends. He fought survivors from his home planet. He defeated the great evil emperor, faced many powerful androids. He fought demons, took care of his family, and his enemy children became friends, and history took its natural course, just as creation and destiny had written. But not everything would be so simple. Destiny saved something for that reality, and so the ancient gods reappear. Goku and his friends become Earth's defenders. On a certain day, a god wakes up and goes looking for a legend that the ancients were proud of. The story of a good being who got rid of evil, being who was called God, a Super Saiyan God. But at that moment, the differences begin to appear that God was no longer the great and powerful Beerus, but yes, one of the ancient gods. More specifically, it was called Judgment. The god who judged the worlds to know if that world would live or simply disappear. This god was extremely powerful and was accompanied by an angel called Whis. At this moment, in the present time, the god thought of going after Goku, who, as always, grew stronger. After all, Goku might know something about the Super Saiyan God. However, the god knew that the one who is called Son Goku was really strong, as he knew exactly where to find him. But before going in search of Goku, he decides to meet with his brothers, the ancient gods. All the gods gathered to decide if this is the right time to stop Goku, or they would have to wait a little longer. Palace of the Gods. In the confines of the universe, lost amidst of the darkness of the infinite immensity of the cosmos, a great hall is shown. In this hall, we can observe 12 thrones where the ancient sovereign gods of all universe were all gathered there. At that moment, reality speaks.
Goku grew up to be extremely powerful. What should we do about it?
Time responds.
Is this the time to stop him? After all, he is the only threat to us. If he goes beyond her again, we could have problems.
Chaos starts laughing and says, "Don't say such a thing. It will never be a threat. And if he goes back to what he was, we'll just have to beat him again." Reality responds.
You really believe it would be that simple? We couldn't even get rid of him. After all, in a way, he's great creator of everything.
Space then starts to say,
Brothers, calm down. None of this is such a serious problem. We just need to let him know that we are the sovereigns of everything. And right now, he's not strong enough to stop us now.
At that time, the mood changes as Infinity adds an important point to the question when saying,
Brothers, you all know we've made his powers lie dormant, but all the powers he possesses are a portion of ourselves, the 12 ancient gods. So the probability that if we face him, he can recover everything we took from him, and remember, that would be a very high risk, don't you know?
Chaos pronounced at that moment and say, "There's only one thing we can do, brothers." Everyone watches closely to know what Chaos plan he imagined. And he continues, "We must send someone who can test it, and then we will know whether to act or wait. However, it has the possibility that he will be killed by whoever we sent." And so already in the book stories of the problem at once, creation then begins to say,
But who shall we send? Or will any of us face it? chaos responds. Don't worry, I have a plan. We can use our power to create someone. We can create an entity that has parts of our powers. That way we'll have the perfect median. Everyone agrees and decides to go along with the plan. And at this moment, everyone looks towards the center of the hall. A great energy begins to emanate, and everyone points to the middle of the room using their index finger. An intense glow takes care of everything, and from the middle of the night, a being appears. Possessors of all energy, the union of all gods create the one who's destined to face Goku, and decides that what his identity would be. A being of light had been created, a pure soul without wanting to know how to distinguish between evil and good. At that moment, we see the appearance of that being. A young appearance with a thin body, dark skin, and dark hair. A being of light and energy who had in his hands the fate of Goku or the fate of the ancient gods themselves. To be continued. What fate will Goku and his friends have now? What is the creation of the ancient gods? Regardless of what it is more than important that you already expose it here in the comments so that we can enter into that crazy debate. Then that's it for today. Click the like button, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any videos. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.